Fala galera, bem-vindos ao canal com mais um vídeo. Estamos aqui de volta com vocês com mais um Starfield. Estamos aqui entrando na guarda. A gente vai fazer aqui, a gente tá fazendo isso aqui, ó, Vislumbres finais. Vou começar a fazer essa missão aqui. Vamos lá.
Wonder what has happened while we have been away.
Hey, I've been talking with the others, and I'd like to get everyone together to say goodbye. You know, to Sarah.
Vamos.
Thank you. It wouldn't be the same without you there. I'll have everything set up in a few days.
Mateo told us about your pilgrim's voyage.
You found it, didn't you? The meaning of unity.
Quantidade de versões minhas por aí, lamento por tudo. A Sarah tá viva, uma versão dela de outro nível. Não, vamos começar por essa daqui.
What? It can't be.
Our colleague is alive in some alternate dimension? Am I hearing this right?
Hate to be the responsible one, but the big bombshell of what we're actually building here might need another second to sink in. Want to go over this whole multiple universe thing for everyone?
Yes, I wouldn't mind a little more detail.
Mas aparentemente eu morri e a Sarah sobreviveu em outro universo. Ela agora é um arauto, agora uma estelar. Reencontrei a versão de Sarah, ela contou sobre códigos estelares. Cara, eu vou botar isso aqui.
Explains why the Starborn want the artifacts so bad. Get them all and you've got a gateway to infinity.
I don't even want to think about the physiological changes you'd need to travel between universes.
Plus what it would do to the mind? Enlightenment? Or oblivion? Like the hunter.
You have the opportunity to reach the closest thing to your god that might exist. And you're second-guessing it?
One doesn't approach the afterlife without some trepidation.
Se a nossa missão é entrar no desconhecido, pense no que nos espera. Uma nova vida, novos poderes. Os poderes dos estelares é melhor a gente pensar com calma no que significa. Não vou nessa plano entrar no desconhecido.
We have to see the unity for ourselves.
You know it. Now once everyone's head stops spinning from all of this, we can get back to work.
Not to make a sharp turn in a grand tale, but I got the eye fixed up. Bruised, but still blinking. Let me know when you're ready to follow up on what it's seen.
Fale com Vladimir.
These last glimpses from the eye are from the farthest fringes of known space. Could be the only remaining pieces outside the hands of the Starborn.
Não tô no clima pra sair procurar mais artefatos. Lembra do espaço?
Catch a smile out there.
Então são mais 2 lugares pra gente ir. Mas antes da gente ir, eu vou...
I need to inventory all our equipment and other odds and ends for damages. Thank you for helping me out with the artifacts. Anything I can learn from is a help. No more Starborn have shown up. Yet. It's silly, but I can't stop thinking about the idea that there are more of me out there. Even just one more Noel is crazy to consider, but dozens, hundreds,
An infinite number of them? How different might might we all be? Am I not even remotely the unique individual I thought I was? My head is spinning just considering it.
Não deve ainda viajar, nada disso muda quem você é. Ah.
Well, I'm glad you seem so certain of that. I'll admit, I'm not that sure at all.
Morale in the lodge has been measurably reduced.
A gente tem que lembrar qual que é o quarto, que nem eu lembro. Qual que é o quarto dela? Mas, sinceramente, não faço nem ideia. Isso aqui é minha cama. Não, meu filho. Pera aí.
I think you may be trying to take a little too much on. Literally.
Guarda até memorial. Como é que é o negócio? Espere 24 horas para pular a cerimônia. Vamos ver isso daqui.
Thought maybe I would come up with something to say, but I've got nothing. So instead, I thought I would quote something that gave me comfort a long time ago. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but a comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation in being? For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, it exists only in contrast to a simplicity so pure that it may only be understood as primordial and even divine. Our essence is what was imagined by its mind. But what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors are like the tiny whitecaps on a massive searching sea. There's more, but those are the parts that speak to me the most. Thank you.
That was really thoughtful, Mateo. Thank you. Does anyone else want to say anything?
Diga algumas palavras. Não vai dar zebra. Nunca vamos perdoar de passar pela mãe de Sarah.
Thank you. If anyone else wants to say something.
Tá, tem mais ninguém pra falar, beleza.
I hope this is all okay. Between fixing things up and sending out messengers and getting all the paperwork done. It's not much. Good. Good. Sorry, if I talk any longer, I'm gonna start crying. Could you excuse me?
I don't often speak about what I believe in. It seems so redundant with how I live. But death is one of those occasions where it's hard not to look inward. Our friend is gone. There's no afterlife, or second meetings. No God in heaven that is curating a perfect ending for him. So it's up to us. We are what lives on. If the pain of loss inspires us to greater action, then that is the good that comes from it. Humanity is what truly creates our world. We are the ones that judge things to be good or evil, joyful or mournful. Let us take responsibility for it. Let us remember what we have lost.
Walter, are you part of the House of Enlightenment? I never knew that.
Yes, well, I like to keep some things private.
Gente, a dar de volta me surpreendeu nessa agora.
I don't believe we've met. Ajay Mamasa, former chair of Constellation. I wish the circumstances of my visit were better.
But when we die, everything about us breaks down, decomposes, gets eaten up by insects.
Unfortunately, this isn't the first Constellation funeral I've been to. After 35 years, you say goodbye to a lot of friends. I hope you don't mind me saying, but I feel numb just thinking about it. Sarah meant the world to me. She was the future. I knew it as soon as I met her.
The thought that after I die, the universe...
Exactly the same as when you met her, I bet. Determined. Fearless. With just a small hint of delight on her face when she knew she was winning, eh? My only problem as a mentor was trying to convince her to be more tactful. Those old military instincts would always get her in trouble.
Not because it's evil, but because it's infinite.
Yes.
Ever expanding.
She could make me so angry or so happy. We used to joke that we were married. I bet relationships in Constellation are still messy, aren't they? We're more of a family than an organization. All the former lines bleed together. It makes the losses sting harder. But I hope it means the time you had together was all the more important. That's how I like to think of it anyway. Oh yes, I was Sebastian Banks's protege. If that gives you any idea of how long I was part of our little club. Knew him, argued with him, tried to carry on his memory when he vanished. Sebastian will be back tomorrow, we always used to say. It reminded us that he was still here, in the bones of this old building.
Tá, todo mundo já.
You know, what you're feeling right now is a chemical reaction whose evolutionary goal is promoting social cohesion. Never seems to work for me, no matter how many times I do this. I feel less attached, not more. They're always hard. Always. And it's okay to sob, to yell, to go to sleep, do whatever it takes. As long as your grief doesn't cause more grief for yourself or anybody else, it's okay. I wrote the book on them. The 10 Stages of Grief by A. Barrett. Step 1 used to be have a drink. But nowadays I settle on a good chocolate bar. You know, if there's one piece of advice I can actually give you, it's that lost loved ones have a way of coming back to you. One day you'll be sweeping out some old shelf or digging through a desk, and there it'll be. Some old paperweight of theirs. Or a piece of jewelry they gave you. Half jokingly. Theoretically, of course.
Exigente final de tudo, alguma vez. Para seu próprio funeral. Não, vamos.
Yeah, exactly. Take a break. Let's chat. Let's hope this is the last one of these I need to attend.
Faltou.
It almost feels wrong to be grieving. Selfish. No amount of tears will bring the dead back. It's just easier to feel guilty, if you'll excuse me.
Chat for a bit? Normally, I hate talking to people at funerals, but, well.
Uma pedra no
You
gosto,
don't
não.
believe in the afterlife, do you? I mean, this might be the worst time to bring it up, but...
Não sei, acho que vou descobrir quando chegar lá. Quando não acabar a dúvida, a gente só tem essa vida. Não, vamos.
Yes. Won't we all? Well, I've taken up enough of your time.
Ah, deixa eu ver o que mais tem aqui, mas eu acho que não tem. Acho que tá faltando. Tá faltando gente. Agora quem? Acho que a Andreja, não é? Tem que ver se o. Se tem mais alguém aqui pra. Vou ter que ficar caçando onde que o pessoal tá. Aqui.
I am told these types of gatherings are a sad occasion. That assumption appears to be correct. I appreciate you verifying my analysis, although I am certain my thanks will do little to improve your current psychological trauma. If you would like, though, I can add some consoling language to my programming.
Ah, para que sim, só vai ver. Não, para que não precisa.
Very well.
Mas o. Imagina como é que seria o Vasco com falando coisas reconfortantes. Eu tenho que rir.
Hi. So many people here. So many people saying goodbye.
Deixa você fazer se quiser. Só quero dizer adeus. Vamos só concordar.
Is this supposed to make everything okay? Make everyone feel better?
Nós perdemos alguém. Natural nós reunirmos. Mudança
It's
daqui.
just... It doesn't change anything, does it?
Não, vamos nessa.
Every day is going to be worse now. Don't you get that? I want to be alone for a while, okay?
Ué, gente. Deixa eu...
Everyone is in mourning. I understand, but I cannot quite share in their emotion. After the shock of what happened faded, I have felt nothing else. Just a numbness. I have seen death. I have lost people I considered close. But this is... It is not the same. I cannot explain why. I am not sure I am making sense. Thank you. If you are free soon, could we talk?
Deixa eu terminar aqui.
Is it quieter in the lodge, or is it just me? Death is a bastard. Comes for us all. You know, there's an old Aquila story about two pioneers who got lost trying to find a new frontier to settle. One of them takes ill. Clear he's not gonna make it. He turns to his partner and says, "Don't bury me. Let the ground take what it's due. I'd rather be a ghost chasing after you than walk through the pearly gates knowing an eternity of loneliness until you get there." Sad story, huh? You look after yourself. You got time for a quick chat? I'd appreciate it when you're able.
Tem que falar. Todo mundo quer conversar com a gente.
Drink? Pour one out to the blackest sea?
Minha vida pode estar vazia. Cara, minha dose é...
Two old friends. May their ghosts go past the edges of space, to the great beyond.
São dois aqui pra conversar. Permanecer em silêncio, que é a melhor coisa que a gente tem.
Oh, hi. I've lost everything. Again. It's just that I feel so alone. With Sarah, it was like starting a family again. The way she'd smile at me reminded me of my mom. I missed that so much. Now she's gone. and I'd have to start over, like I did before.
Dessa vez não tá
It's
sozinha.
not the same. Sarah was starting to feel like, well, like she was my new mom. I really don't want to go through this again. It's too hard. I can't believe Sarah's gone. It's not fair. Really? You mean it? I would love for that to be true. Hey, thanks for talking to me. I'm actually feeling a little better knowing that you care how I feel. Maybe I'm not so alone after all.
Praticamente falando com todo mundo. A gente vai sair daqui. Acho que na hora que sair daqui a gente encerra a missão, né? Vamos ver. É isso mesmo, olha lá. Gente, eu vou ficando por aqui. Se vocês gostaram, deixa seu like. Não. Pera aí. Ah, não, tá certo. Se vocês gostaram, deixa seu like, se inscreva no canal. Até a próxima com mais vídeo. Valeu.